Hey, what's going on, CoinUp TV subscribers? Let's get to another Shaw Brothers review. This time it is House of Traps, recently released from Shout Factory on Blu-ray as part of the Shaw Brothers Collection Volume 4. I will get to my letter grade in just a second, and this video will contain some spoilers. It's going to be a short video. I got my bullet points for this one, pros and cons, whipped together. So let's get to the information here first. House of Traps, 1982, directed by Chong Che. IMDb synopsis, it says, a team of skilled fighters navigate a house rigged with an array of deadly traps. That's pretty much the story, or at least the bulk of the story. There's a lot of intrigue and suspense and mystery and backstabbing and all that. But really, if you're coming to watch House of Traps, you're coming for the traps. You're coming for the martial arts. You're coming for the Venom Mob. It's paired with Masked Avengers, another Venom Mob movie here. Doesn't have all the Venom Mob members, but has enough to be considered a Venom Mob movie in my take there. So let me get to my notes here. One of the later Venom Mob movies starring Philip Kwok, Lu Feng, Sun Qian, Xian Chen, with Chen Si-ho kind of subbing in for maybe Lo Mang as a kind of a missing Venom regular. Apparently based on Shi Yukin's The Seven Heroes and Five Gallants, according to one of the reviewers on IMDb. I'll take that as truth with my research, my bare minimum research here. Okay, so let's get to the cons. Let's get to the pros. I'm gonna give my letter grade. Again, short video. First of all, let me just say, I've seen House of Traps probably 5 or 6 times. It's a movie that I come back to frequently, and every time I watch it, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna love this movie. There's something I missed about it, something that's not happening for me, but I have a hard time loving it. So let me get to the cons. There's high on the list of convoluted plots that make absolutely no sense to me. My dude, Sun Qian, is wasted yet again in another movie by not really doing any martial arts. He's kind of like one of the Imperial guys or something. He's got a robe on and he's part of the intrigue plot. There's a few other movies that Sun Qian is like doing the dramatic part, and I was like, okay, when is homeboy, when is bro gonna start kicking? When he's gonna start doing some martial arts? Some of his kicking, his martial arts is some of my favorite from the Venom Mob. Not gonna see him do any fighting in this movie. We get some ridiculous, and I say ridiculous with a capital R, costumes, especially on Philip Kwok and Lu Feng. Lu Feng's got like this, I don't even know what they are, like little seashells on the side, like it's a strap with some shells or something on the side, and then Philip Kwok has what looks like animal material going around his face and chin. It looks like he had a sore tooth and he needed to put like some ice or hold his chin together. I don't understand if these costumes are supposed to be like made up or traditional or what. They just seem ridiculous. So capital R, ridiculous with that. And then speaking of ridiculous, another con, the ending of this movie is like a freeze frame of Philip Kwok doing like a smirk. It's like Chang Che, my dude director, didn't know how to end this movie. It was just like things were happening right at the end, scrambling, people dying, and then it just camera pans over and you get like a close up of Philip Kwok doing like a, and it freeze frames and goes in the end. And I was just like, wow, I forgot how bad that was watching this. So let me get to the pros. There's not a lot of them, as you can probably tell. The idea of a house full of traps is cool. Visually, that gimmick is convincing enough. It's entertaining. When they're inside the house, there are things happening, spikes coming up out of the floor, staircase turning into deadly traps, things flying around, gates closing in on people, assassin dudes hanging out inside. Apparently, the assassin guys just hang out inside all day, just waiting for somebody to enter the traps. And then they're like, okay, break time's over. We got to get our bow and arrow and start shooting in some swords. It's like kind of funny. I almost feel like maybe get rid of the human elements of House of Traps and make it all just things, daggers, darts shooting, poisonous, fire, lava. Like, where's all that? Forget the human element. So House of Traps, if you ever remake this, if you've ever seen the movie Cube, the Cube series movies, it's kind of like that. I feel like House of Traps in the future sci-fi is a movie called Cube, if you haven't seen that. check that one out. Let's see, another pro. My dude Chen Si-ho gets to shine a bit in this movie. He's only in a few scenes here and there and does some martial arts. And I'm slowly kind of becoming more of a fan of him as his younger, the younger Chen Si-ho, if I'm saying his name correctly. I was already very familiar with him later in the 90s with the Jet Li movies, so it's kind of cool to see him. I mean, I've always seen him in these movies, but I just didn't like have the name recognition. Something else I kind of wrote in my notes. It's funny seeing these movies now later in HD on Blu-ray. You can see like how Chen Si-hoon's got a little gold earring and behind his like fake sideburns there, which I don't know if that's period accurate, but it's kind of funny that like I never really noticed that. There's a few movies where I'm sort of seeing like the little earrings popping up on people now that we're in like HD quality. So I would say another pro, or put this in the in-between, if you can make it past the first hour of the movie, then the second half of the movie, while still kind of confusing, is at least mostly action, and that's a little more sort of on the fun, entertaining side. The Blu-ray looks fantastic, sounds fantastic, contains some bonus content. Let's see, House of Traps, new audio commentary by David West, author of Chasing Dragons. And new Confined Conversations interview with veteran actor Koo Chae. He's in a lot of these. He was like an actor, and I think he did some martial arts choreography, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I found his interview interesting. The interview that was on the Five Element Ninjas, I found kind of to be the most interesting of the bunch, because we're talking about the weapons constructions, but on this was okay. What else? A new generation of gore interview with academic Leon Hunt, author of Kung Fu Cult Masters, and we get some trailer action. So there it is, House of Traps. Letter grade, we're gonna give it a D. To me, it's like below average, as you can kind of tell. So House of Traps, 1982, Chang-Cheh. I want to love it, but you kind of feel like this is kind of like the end of the Chang-Cheh era, the end of the Venom Mob era, and while he hit it out of the park with Chinese Super Ninjas or Five Element Ninjas, House of Traps was kind of a miss for me. So let me know what your thoughts are on this movie in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you're brand new to my channel, please subscribe. We'll see you next time.